Somila, thank you for your time. Good morning and welcome to the South African Morning. I mean, I personally am a huge fan of, after-school activities, after-school, further schooling development, and I believe that many children can, benefit from it. But you're saying that the sector needs to be further developed, awareness still needs to be created. How do you think we can do so?
Yes, the Lights On After School campaign is a great way to do that. So as you started off, Lights On After School is a campaign that started in the US 21 years ago, and now we're bringing it to South Africa. It's an annual campaign that runs on October every year, and it's essentially putting the spotlight on after-school programs. So we've had after-school programs in South Africa for a long time. We have over 30,000 in the Western Cape and about more all across South Africa. And really, not enough people are aware of the work that the after-school sector does and its value and importance. So we essentially want to carry the campaign in South Africa and see if we can put on the spotlight on after-school programs.
And let's talk more about that work, the amazing work that's put into these programs, but also the benefits that the pupils gain from, enrolling into after-school programs.
Yes. So when we talk about after-school programs, we mean programs that happen after school hours, so beyond the classroom. And these programs usually support learners in various fields or elements. So these programs cover psychosocial support, life skills, summer sports and recreation, arts and culture, and all of the sorts. And these after-school programs have been, research has shown that they are very essential to the whole child development, and they're very essential to get a child to develop beyond academic potential at school. And research in South Africa is still yet to be advanced in terms of after school, but internationally it's well known that after school programs are really essential to develop the whole child. They improve confidence, they advance potential skills, they really help the learner reach their potential and get to the next level.
Yeah, and amongst other things that you've mentioned there, I mean, improving on learner outcomes and, the broader education in South Africa, what has been sort of the feedback from, the basic department of, or the Department of Basic Education in these after-school programs, enhancing, learner outcomes from the initial infrastructure that we see in schools?
Yeah, to be honest, the basic education department isn't as involved as we would like in the after-school program. So we know that many of the after-school programs that run in these schools are community-based, community-led, and they are run sometimes by youth that come from the communities. And a lot of these programs are underfunded and under-resourced, but they play such an integral role in supporting the course of learning at school, supporting teachers, filling in that gap after school to support learners with homework and give them extracurricular activities. But in terms of governance funding in that regard, it's been very limited. And most of our funding for after-school programs or NGO organizations that run after-school programs is very reliant on philanthropic giving. So we get a lot of money from donors and foundations and such. So essentially putting the spotlight on after-school programs goes out to advocate to partners and even government to say, look at the incredible work that the after-school sector is doing and how that work contributes to further education outcomes that the government usually likes to talk about and to promote at the end of the school year.
But Somila, shouldn't that be a call for concern, though? Shouldn't that be a concern if, the department isn't as involved? Because my assumption is after-school programs are there to further enhance what the pupil already gains, from school. So that relationship between the department and the program coordinators is important so that what they learn from school is further enhanced and financially that support is there. That just overall support from all stakeholders is present.
Yes, it's very essential. One example of a government entity that's doing good work at that, and Western Cape government, they have an office called the After School Program Office, and that office is concentrated solely on supporting after-school programs and implementing these programs in different schools around the Western Cape. if other government entities could get involved in this, it would make such a tremendous difference in terms of how well resourced and funded the sector is.
Absolutely, and we hope that they're watching and listening and would reach out and ensure that even in this new normal, that support is even much more given than before. But thank you so much, Somila Mjekula, the Communications and Advocacy Officer at the Learning Trust.